Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge.
All I got is bourbon.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it with another new brand to the Courtroom. Excited about this one because, I've been talking a lot lately about budget-friendly whiskey. So this is another brand. Both their products very budget friendly, which is cool. So really excited for both of these. So we're going to dive into today Duck Club Bourbon. Yes, Duck Club Bourbon. So this is actually a new brand. It's they are an NDP, so a non-distilling producer, meaning that they source whiskey, blend it, and then they put it out under their own product. So I know certain people in the whiskey industry are fans of NDPs, some are not. I'm okay with it. As long as you are sourcing good whiskey, you're blending it to make it even better. As long as the final product is even better than the original, I'm cool with NDP. So we'll dive into Duck Club Bourbon. Let's see what it's all about. All right. So, Judge, what do we know about Duck Club Bourbon? So, a couple things. Again, they are a new brand. They are owned by Morningside Brands, right? So, they're owned by Morningside Brands. And shout out, actually, to my patron, a good friend of mine who I've known for a long time now, my good friend Dan Hyatt. So, shout out to my buddy Dan. Dan got these, I believe, online at over at Sillbox. But he got both of these, and he was like, Judge, these are budget-friendly, and they're actually really good. He's like, you should get them on the channel. So, hey, Dan, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. But the brand itself, other than being owned by Morningside Brands, is also backed by country singer Riley Green. So the country singer, musician, if you will, Riley Green, he is also part of like this overall setup, like from a brand standpoint, as an investor and so forth as well. So really excited about these. When you think about the name Duck Club Bourbon, essentially the brand is essentially focused on people who spend a lot of time like outdoors. Of course, obviously people who hunt and so forth. So we'll go ahead and dive into these. All right. So as of today, Duck Club has two different sub products. They have Duck Club 92 proof, and then they have this one is called Duck Club High Brass, which is 110 proof, right? Now, both of these, for the most part, you can really only find them in the state of Tennessee, right? So in the state of Tennessee, however, you can also find them online directly at their website. And again, I do believe Sillbox did sell them for a period of time as well. So online, their website, as well as the state of Tennessee, really all over Tennessee. All right, we have some budget-friendly whiskey. Let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to go with a lower proof version, obviously, first. So we'll start with Duck Club 92 proof. So a 92 proof whiskey. MSRP, because we talked about it being budget-friendly, right? MSRP on this one, actually only $35. But again, we'll see if the whiskey's good. But it's a $35 whiskey, so like a small batch blend, coming in at 92 proof. Ooh, nice nose. Oh, wow, I like this. Tons of apple. Baking spices. Smidge of honey, smidge of caramel. Nice little oak influence. Very apple forward. Very like fruit forward, if you will, as a whole. Very fruit forward as a whole. Oh, that's nice. That's actually really nice for a 92 proof whiskey. Nice, great nose. Tons of apples, tons of baking spices, little honey, little caramel. Soft but gentle, but a very well-rounded nose. So $35 MSRP, and the age. So the age of this blend, 5 to 6 years. So not bad from an age standpoint. 5 to 6 year blend, if you will. All right, here we go. And this, by the way, this blend is coming from Kentucky and Indiana. So I would assume Indiana, more than likely MGP. Kentucky, no clue, obviously. There are so many different distilleries that sell their whiskey in Kentucky. So a blend of whiskey coming from Kentucky, and then Indiana, again, we assume MGP. But hey, 5 to 6 years old, $35. Let's rock and roll. Cheers, my man, Dan Hyatt. Thanks again, man, for the sample. Here we go. That's a nice, clean sip. Very calm. At 92 proof. Coats the palate really nice. Even the mid palate, end of the palate is coated very nice, clean, elegant. Everything in the nose transfers to the palate. Let me get one more little sip of this. It's not bad. Not bad at all. A lot more baking spices and apple. I mean, there was a lot of that in the nose, but even a good bit more in the mid end of the palate. At $35, not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Very clean. That's not bad. I'm gonna do two separate judgments, obviously one for each one, and then at the end I'll even do a third, let you know which one do I think is better based off of the price, value, and what you're getting. Fair? All right. Not bad. Nice clean finish. It's here. It actually has, it's a bit more of a bold finish at 92 proof than what I actually expected, to be honest with you. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. Not bad. Now we're moving over to its big brother. So this is Duck Club High Brass. This one's coming in at 110 proof. MSRP slightly higher, but still not bad. $45, right? So a $45 MSRP. However, here's the kicker. It is a blend of 5 to 8-year-old whiskey. So a blend of 5 to 8-year-old whiskey. So 5 to 8 years old, that's not bad, right? 5 to 8 years old, as well as only being $45. And I should say the other unique difference about this one is that it's whiskey only sourced from Kentucky. So there's no MGP in this one, only from Kentucky. So price-wise, I mean, 110 proof, 5 to 8 years old, that, I mean, we all know the distilleries that source or sell their whiskey in Kentucky. You have your, obviously there was a little bit of Turkey that was out there, just a little bit. Turkey, Jim Beam, 1792, Green River. I mean, so for any of their products to be in this at $45 for 110 proof, I mean, I would assume this is gonna be pretty good. And there's obviously other distilleries as well in Kentucky that sell their whiskey, but assuming it's one of those. All right, let's get into the nose of High Brass. This is different. Now, the cool thing about blended whiskey is that it could be a blend from a couple different distilleries. So even if they're getting their whiskey from like 2 or 3 different places, it doesn't mean that it's just like, you know, this is all one distillery. This could be 3 distilleries all blended together. That's another cool thing about NDPs. Yeah, because to me, this doesn't just scream like, oh, this is definitely one of the Jim Beam products that's out there, or even a Heaven Hill. This is definitely, this is nice. Oh, wow. All right, so on the nose, I get a lot more caramel, a lot more brown sugar. Wow, a lot more brown sugar. It's completely different than this one. Not even the same ballpark. A lot more brown sugar, a lot more oak. Very robust, very robust and thick in the nose. Oh man, that's nice. This is really nice. All right, here we go. $45. Duck Club High Brass. Cheers. Ooh, that's nice. That has, okay. That has a good influence of like peanuts in there. A lot more, which is interesting though. Oh, look at the oil on that. That's nice. That's sexy. Look at that. I don't know if I can get that on the camera, but look at the oils coming down the side of that glass. Oh my gosh. That's nice. Almost has more of like a salted caramel cookie kind of a note to it. So it's like a salted caramel meets like salted like peanut kind of a note to it. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Wow, yeah. A lot more peanuts. A lot more caramel. Oh, wow. I need another sip of this. This is pretty good. This is really good, actually. All right, here we go. Cheers. That's nice. All right. Okay. All right. Nice medium to long finish. This is actually a really good finish on that one. The nose and the palate don't always align. On this one, it did not as well because I didn't get as much peanuts in the nose, but I got a lot more in the palate, especially like the mid end of the palate. It had a lot more of like that salted caramel kind of a note to it, with a lot of influence of like peanuts in the mid end of the palate at $45. All right, let's do backwards. So you say, Judge, let's give a verdict for each one of these. Let's go in order. Duck Club 92 proof. The verdict is in. This one, even at $35, I'm gonna give this honestly a do not buy. I think this one is okay at $35. I would absolutely not get this with shipping, right? Assuming their shipping is like 15 to 20 bucks. I don't know exactly how much their shipping is online on their website, but let's just say it's the standard $15 to $20. I would absolutely not buy this for $35 plus shipping. Absolutely not. It's okay. If I saw it in Tennessee, maybe I would buy it, right? If I'm in Tennessee, maybe I would buy it for $35. It's not bad. I just think there are so many other great quality small batch bourbons that are out there that are at $35 price point, like my last video I just did recently, right? Cooper's Craft, Jack Daniels, the Bonded, etc., etc. There's a lot of other really good options out there at $35. I don't think this is that special, in my opinion. I'll move that one aside. This one, I would say for $45, even with shipping, absolutely. This to me is fantastic, actually. For $45, even with shipping for 15 to 20 bucks, let's call this a $60 to $65 bottle. Again, it is a blend of 5 to 8 year old whiskey and only Kentucky bourbon. To me, that is extremely solid. Solid so much there's a little bit left in my glass. And you guys know me, I never leave good whiskey in the glass. Never. Hey, if you see Duck Club bourbon, if you're out in Tennessee, grab it. At least grab the high brass, I would say. This is a definite buy. Absolutely definite buy. And if you even want, I would even go online. I stand behind this one. This is extremely solid. Great product. Hey, Dan, I appreciate it, my friend. Cheers, everyone. Take care. See you guys.